So are you saying that Chinese companies are more willing to customize product to the needs, specific needs of the emerging market? Is that the...
Yes, that too. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, absolutely. And because as an emerging competitor, a lot of times emerging players will be much more amenable to customizing in order for them to acquire a customer base, to establish themselves. It's a very common market penetration strategy. And if they can afford it, if they have the labor pool to apply to that, to the customization, and if it's strategic enough, yes, they're very good at that.
The issue is, I think it's, I want to add one more variable. You're talking about greed and pain. I want to add paranoia, because I think the biggest issue is we're not paranoid. And if you're not paranoid, it's only a matter of time before you're going to experience pain.
Yeah.
But I think that we have taught ourselves that American corporations are exceptional.
Yes.
And we just buy into that.
Yeah.
And the problem is we're not even noticing
Yeah.
the progress, I think, that's being made by some of these Chinese companies.
Yeah.
And going back to your first point, though, about Wall Street versus Chinese government, most of the companies we're talking about probably to one degree or another fall into the SOE category, state-owned enterprise. And we know, or at least we're told, even by Chinese economists, that many, if not most of those SOEs are not very profitable. They don't have much of an ROI or an ROE. And yet that's what enables them to get a foothold in a place like Myanmar with those motors that I was talking about. And it applies actually to Huawei and to the others that we've been referencing here too. I think that's one of the big issues. I think we live a myth, Western companies, not just U.S. companies, Western companies in general, that we own the market, and that prevents us from seeing the kind of progress.
So we talk about 5 different models, innovation models in the book, and the idea is co-opetition, a little bit of what you were saying, maybe just to summarize it in one word, is learning from each other. And the Chinese are very good at process or supply chain innovation. They've got it down to a T, right? Now, fine, the cost of labor is increasing, and then there's other neighboring countries that are picking up the manufacturing expertise, right? Bangladesh, Vietnam, et cetera. However, if we've got Martha Stewart, with her Made in the USA branding, has she gone, to Ken's point, to China to learn about their supply chain innovation and how to make it efficient and to make manufacturing in America that much stronger and more robust, per what they think that we should be doing? I mean, right? So it's that cross-pollination that's really going to make that innovation advantage be protected. And, one of the case studies is also with Xiaomi, the smartphone manufacturer, and I love it because it brings together so many elements that we both talk about in terms of recommendations for the West in the book. They recruited talent from Google. They recruited Hugo Barra, right, the VP of product management for the Android phone, to come over and to build that phone business. The interface looks like the iPhone, right? They've been criticized that it looks like an iPhone. It is an Android platform. And they have applied this technology to the Chinese market. They've used social media phenomenon to amass the subscribers and the popularity. They have virtually zero marketing dollars invested because it's all customer input based. They have real-time updates as opposed to waiting for that, iPhone 6S that's going to come out in 8 months. Everybody wait in line outside, right? So they've taken a lot of the Western innovation and technology and talent and applied it to the Chinese market to become a number 3 player globally in only 5 years. It was just a phenomenal skyrocket. And so, just another example to your point about, are we learning as well?
So how do you